Steelers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams that have combined to win 11 Super Bowl titles. The Steelers and the Niners are underway. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. A man who was a prep All-American in nearby Antioch, it's Najee Harris. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Again, it's Johnson. 7 yards, the pickup there. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On second down, this is Harris. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. When they're lined up in the 46 defense like that, running is just going to be a slog.
Especially if you're trying to run it in the middle of the defense. So what you're hoping, get a stalemate against the 3 across the front. And can you get some one-on-one blocks that you can win on the perimeter? To me, that's the best place to carry the football.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. They run for it with Harris. And he's taken down inside the 30. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On second down now, it's Harris. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Roethlisberger. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the fourth quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this first quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up first and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
They run the counter. It's Harris. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Here's Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
A very lengthy opening drive as this will be play number 12 coming on third and goal. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10, just shy of the 30.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets it to his running back, Cannon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
And the Steelers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the 49ers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. It's Cannon.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Garoppolo.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. Garoppolo on first down. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle there to make the grab. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They hand this off to Harris.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
Not much there, only a yard. A little tough on the secondary there, in zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone.
And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off down at the 10. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Kittle.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
That's complete out left to Ayuk.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now Garoppolo. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Garoppolo looks to throw once more.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And Gold is able to put it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now a throw here to his running back. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, gun. White. Check that. 12.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Garoppolo to throw.
Samuel bringing in the slant.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
To throw is Garoppolo. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. Touchdown, 49ers! Raheem Mostert, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gold with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Roethlisberger will throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the 1st down sack. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Open man is Ayuk, complete. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Gould able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And this is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Harris. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to face a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Roethlisberger to throw. It's brought in by Harris. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 2nd down, it's Harris. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Touchdown, 49ers! His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Niners. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. From just shy of midfield, Roethlisberger. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Garoppolo looking to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 21. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
They'll run with Mostert.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will slow by one more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on. Get it done.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 41.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.